or CIA's counterterrorism center, if this thing is politicized.
Right.
And they really need to stop that.
And Naveed, as somebody who recently briefed the Democratic members of the House Intelligence Committee, and was a briefing, by the way, it was boycotted by all of the Republicans. Tim Mack reported in the Daily Beast they didn't even bother to show up. In your view, you know, not that you're going to take a political stance here, is this a willful ignorance of the process or politicization of the process? How do you characterize members of Congress claiming that routine activity by the National Security Advisor is a crime?
Well, you know, I went to D.C. this week with that express purpose of actually briefing about my experience and more importantly to show what I think is frankly a slight deficiency in how we do counterintelligence, because honestly it still kind of functions in the ways that we did it during the Cold War, and that's changed. What I went there and I told the Democrats who attended and the other members was that, you know, the Russians have changed. They're no longer trying to recruit intelligence officers or fighter pilots. What they're looking for are bankers, are looking for legitimate access through business, which is what I experienced. Now, that whole point was it's not a political statement, it's not a partisan one, it's just that we need to bring counterintelligence up to speed to morph it, to address the change, the threat that in itself has changed. Not partisan. The fact that, you know, I was boycotted from what I thought was, you know, and this was months in planning, I gave the brief in advance, was frankly a partisan decision. And yeah. I think that there's a lot of work to be done here, and to focus on Susan Rice and not focus on something that is a real threat and how to change and address it, you know, and something that goes against national security is, I think that speaks volumes.
Yes, it does. And we will leave it at that. Malcolm Nance, Naveed Jamali, Evelyn Farkas, thank you very much. And coming up, when all else fails,